Hi, this is Brian, your cynical mystic. It is the 29th of January, and I have a read today that goes over the energy of the eclipse that's coming on the 31st. This read represents the energy moving into it, the energy during the actual eclipse, and then what's available following the eclipse. There's also a drawing in here for what to focus on, what action to take, and what to avoid while this energy is present. The theme that came up for the full eclipse is the Hierophant. The path of vow, or the 16th path on the Tree of Life, which connects Chokmah to Chesed. Now, the Chokmah, we've talked about several times, but if you're tuning in for the first time or haven't studied these things before, this is the unbridled masculine energy of the universe, the supernal masculine. And in the explanation I like to give between Chokmah and Bina, which is the primary supernal masculine and feminine, you have this explosive force, which the sperm that flows into the feminine to create reality and the laws of the universe that are then able to disseminate into the rest of the world and universe that creates form. So Chokmah, Bina, Chesed. Chesed is also called mercy, but for this purpose, it really is manifestation. So there are so many connections and paradoxes and interrelationships on the Tree of Life. And so if we're talking about this pathway here, it's really the supernal masculine, the formless masculine, the universal masculine, connected to the specific creation or manifestation. And this leads this character, who is definitely a teacher, to be very much benevolent and wise, but also there's a dark side, because anytime we get deep into as above, so below, we're getting to the darker parts of yin and yang really being connected. If the fabric of existence and the essential being of the universe can also include specific realities that we think of as detestable, violent, dangerous, then if we're talking about the creator of such things, we're talking about a being that also contains those elements. And the Hierophant connects those two more clearly than any other pathway on the Tree of Life. So the Trinity of creation is Yod, which is that primary masculine, He, the primary feminine, and Vow, which would be the sun in the Christian Trinity. And then that's this pathway from the formless masculine to the manifest masculine, which is really its own creator, the father of manifestation, if you will. So moving into this eclipse, with the Hierophant as the theme, the process of general universe becoming manifest, the theme is the Empress. Now, the Empress is the connection between Chokmah and Bina, so the path of Daleth. So as we move into this eclipse, it's the process of taking this boundless light and distilling it, the gateway that allows it to flow into the laws that then disseminate into the rest of the universe. And the actual day of the eclipse, the energy is 2 of Wands, which means that we're on the absolute plane, which is that plane of spiritual reality. And this is the energy of Chokmah. 2 in the minor arcana is associated with Chokmah, that unbridled masculine energy. That's going to be the theme on the day of the universe, of the eclipse. And then once we move through the eclipse, we have the Ace of Pentacles available to us, which the Ace is always in Kether, the crown, and Pentacles is the Asaya plane, the absolute opposite of Atziluth. Atziluth, pure spirit, Bria, forms and essences, Yetzirah, astral plane, and then Asaya, the nuts and bolts earthly reality. This is a time, as we move through this eclipse, to really start making some physical changes in the structures of how we're conducting our life and what we keep around us. But in order to open that up, it's a paradox, because the focus is the Queen of Cups, the water of water, up in Bina, which is that feminine lawgiver, and the water. So it's reflective on the emotional aspects of life, and the focus is on really understanding and being true to what is. The action to take follows us down the entire tree of life to Yesod, the foundation. And it's in Cups also. So foundation is really resting, secure. It's right above Malkuth. And this is the place where we really appreciate and find gratitude in what we have. The action to take during this eclipse is really not a whole lot of movement, even though it's opening the doorway for a lot of movement. And in fact, what to avoid is the Queen of Wands, fire of water. So as we sit in this reflective space and we allow ourselves to, at very best, appreciate and find gratitude for everything that we have and are at this moment, we need to avoid the tendency in those quiet moments to start planning what we need to be and let it reveal itself to us. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Anne, for facilitating. I was not up for this today. I gotta tell you, I was up for doing the read, but the idea of filming it was just not working for me. So I did it. I'm glad I did. Thank you for tuning in.